Harry, first off, I just want to talk about Saturday and the fact you captained the side. When did you find out the news you was going to be the captain for the day?
To be honest, I found out pretty last minute. It was in the change room when I turned up. Uh, yeah, obviously an honour to be captain for Lincoln. Uh, yeah, that's good.
I was going to say, what was it? What was it like having to? I suppose it adds a little bit to your day because you've got to remember to go to the coin toss and all those little things that you as a player normally you wouldn't have to do and think about.
Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking at first, what do I do here? But when I got when I went out to centre circle and all those bits, yeah, sort of just go with it.
Was it nice though, after such a long period at the club to be able to do that? And does it, as a player, does being a captain mean as much as it maybe would have done to players 15, 20 years ago, do you think?
Um, obviously being here for this my fifth season now, obviously it's a big achievement for me to obviously represent the club and being a captain for a game. I feel like it comes with a bit of responsibility, obviously on the game day sort of things. You have to be a bit more vocal in the change room and trying to get the lads going and making sure that everyone's on their game.
You've got another busy period of games. It's a very busy month, and the manager obviously is chopping and changing things around regularly. Is that part of this season? You're having to understand that you're not going to be playing week in, week out, 90 minutes?
Yeah, obviously we've got a really good squad, and it'd be silly not to utilise everyone because obviously with the amount of games coming up, obviously it's hard sometimes. Obviously you want to play every week, and you may feel great, but your energy levels may not be fully there. So if you've got someone that's feeling good and ready to go, then obviously beneficial to then use them.
You had Robbie play behind you on Saturday, and it seemed like there was a real partnership developing between you two. Are you finding that you're getting used to each other's games now?
Yeah, I think Robbie's settled in really well now. I think lads are starting to get a good understanding of each other, and obviously myself, and him, obviously picking up positions where we'd like to receive the ball and knowing where each other run, which obviously makes things a lot easier on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, the manager likes the way he plays. He likes to see his fullbacks get forward. As a wide player, how does that help you?
Obviously, you have to come inside a lot more to create the space for the fullback. But obviously, if you're playing against a five, you sometimes have to keep your width sometimes. So you just have to be able to mix it up sometimes and adapt your play to try and beat the opposition.
I mean, the manager, when we've spoke to him about yourself, he's talked about how you've been able to develop your game since he's been in charge of the football club. How do you think you've changed over the past 12 months compared to the Harry Anderson who started at the start of Michael Appleton's reign to now?
I feel like I've developed quite a lot. I've got a good understanding of what the gaffer wants of his wingers, and like you say, coming inside and the fullbacks going high. Which is something I'm starting to pick up and learn, which obviously is adding things to my game, which I can take throughout my career.
Lovely, thank you, mate.
Morning, Harry. I've seen fans on social media. Obviously, you're very popular among the supporters. I've seen fans call you a club legend now, given what you've achieved. I'm sure you'll be very modest, but how do you feel about that?
No, obviously, I'm really pleased with how my time at Lincoln's going. Obviously, the first 3 seasons, and obviously playing back in League One from dropping down from Peterborough. Really happy, obviously, to be back in League One and playing.
And you, more than anyone, I imagine, must be desperate to be playing in front of fans again soon, given how much of a fan favourite you are.
Yeah, I do miss the fans, to be fair, because sometimes when you go away, it almost doesn't feel like an away game because obviously there's no fans there, and obviously vice versa. When teams come to us, they won't feel sometimes intimidated with our fans because obviously they're so good.
Has it been difficult to get used to playing in front of empty stadiums?
I don't think it's got any more difficult, really. I think it's just the feeling that you get of when you're walking out onto the pitch and the like sort of knowing that you've got to perform. There's 10,000 people behind you, and most of the time they're cheering you on to try and do better. So sometimes they can give you that little extra boost, but other than that, I feel like it's just normal football for me.